Workspaces used to be the office, and now we do talk about it as spaces. Office obviously being the place where we bring to life our organizational culture, DNA, values, purpose, and the experience of work is very much the glue.
One of the concepts that helped develop the narrative for the design of Hayesbery was Goodman's purpose of making space for greatness. So that was an element that we had embedded as a value proposition throughout the project. I think translating that, how do you make a place for greatness? When we start to look at that into a workplace, I think what it does is it puts people at the centre. Looking at the future, really, work is becoming more tailored to an individual rather than sort of an idea of what work has to be between 9 to 5. And I think that freedom and flexibility is what's going to enable people to work at their absolute best. The design is very much for Goodman. It was designed specifically to business values and to purpose. So I think one of the things that has come out of the design, it feels very Goodman.
We are human beings. We have a need to be needed, a need to belong. We're social creatures. So spaces and face-to-face working are critical. The opportunity and the change now is that we need to create spaces that foster and encourage that community, the opportunity to collaborate, to be able to network, to be able to create thriving environments that meet the needs of where and how people want to work.
The Hayesbery is a wonderful example of an adaptive reuse building, how we can transform an old brick building into a beautiful, sustainable workplace that attracts people.
It's quite exciting to see spaces like this because I think it is a living example and a physical example of what we'd call that modern workspace. So something that really has lent in and embraced different spaces and modes of working. The other thing I love about this space is the embracement of well-being at the heart. It's a living space, lots of natural light, lots of greenery, but that sort of wellness center and wellness space, which is really living that sort of blurring of the lines between what I choose to come into a work environment to achieve and this whole idea of earn the commute.
You can feel that people are happy to come to work every day, that they're happy to be here. People are using the gym facilities, the end of trip facilities. You can see people walking around the community at lunchtime, which is quite lovely. I think it brings an inherent wellness with it. I think a game changer from a culture perspective.
There's those elements of good spaces for contemplation, spaces for quiet work, spaces to be able to do my best work with others, spaces to be able to collaborate, spaces to be able to be on technology. Having an environment embraces all of those, that's the key.